Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Friday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. Today I have with me the energy of Archangel Michael, who wants to discuss overcoming karma and cutting away negative attachments. And we're going to wait just a couple of minutes here before we get into this, as I think this is a very important lesson and understanding that he wants to impart to us individually and collectively. Remember, today is a brand new day, and now is a brand new moment. And I hope that you can learn the value in what it is to be in the present moment. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Drusilla. Hi. So when Michael came to me, he said, people have to understand the power that you have to free yourself in any moment from your suffering. that opportunity to release ourselves from suffering can only happen in this moment. Carried forward from the past, and what we have to liberate ourselves from in the present. Some of you have many lifetimes of anger. Some of you have lifetimes of sadness. Some of you have lifetimes of joy and even bliss. But today I'm going to concern myself only with the negative elements that you have experienced, that you have carried forward and have a reasonable desire to release yourself from suffering. Your anger, your fear, your guilt, your shame, your self-doubt, your disbelief in goodness. All of these elements of negative karma have manifestations of thought and behavior to them. Many of you just want to ignore them and pretend they are not there, even though they affect your life every day. But in every moment where you find yourself drawn to be angry or judgmental towards yourself, towards your body, towards your mind, towards others, and you make the decision, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to judge my body. I'm not going to judge other people. Or anger. I'm not going to get angry at other people. I'm not going to get angry at myself. These emotional compulsions come up because they are within you. And you cannot know love if you are in anger. If you carry that around with you. You cannot know peace with anger unless you say, no, it is finished. I will not be angry today. I will not be angry at this event or this circumstance or this driver cutting me off. I'm going to refuse to carry that karma any longer. And some of your anger might be very great, and some of your sadness might be very great. But it is still within your own capability to let it go. To say, no, I will not allow this indulgence any longer. I will not carry this forward. The moment you get angry, you carry it forward. You hold on to it. You embrace it. And the moment you surrender your anger and say, no, I'm not going to scream at that person, or I'm not going to get back at them. I'm going to simply decide to let this anger go. In that moment, you choose to do that. You surrender your attachment to that karma, to that which you carried forward, for some of you, many lifetimes. Before the ascension to the angelic realms, I had karma, like anyone. This one I work through has karma that he is still working through. The persistence I had in refusing to carry the cross of my karma moved me away from it, away from the cycle of good and evil, truth and love, from one polarity to the other. And when you are in the one, the other is gone. When you're in anger, love is gone. When you're in sadness, your love is gone. You're disconnected from it while you are in that karma. And yet, while you are in it, is the only opportunity you have to give it up. You can't give up something unless you're holding on to it. And so you want to get rid of your anger and your judgment and your fear. You put it aside, say, I don't want to deal with this, or you act it out. But when you say clearly and definitively, no, I will not be angry in this moment, you give up that function of karma. And it may come back to you many times, as the momentum of your past can be very great. Some of you have had lifetimes where you were great tyrants. Some of you have had lifetimes where you were suffering tremendously under the yoke of those tyrants. And whether it is the rage of control or the helplessness of sadness, it is still yours. And in the moment you feel it, it is the only moment you can choose to say no. And each time you say no, you embrace something else. When you give up your anger, you restore the opposite to yourself, which of course, the opposite of anger is patience. And when you move closer to embracing patience, because you can embrace your anger and stay angry and experience that creation and that life again. And the moment you say, no, I will not embrace this any longer, this is going to restore me to patience. In resisting my anger, I will become patient. And you may have to resist it 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 or even many lifetimes to resist it before finally you overcome it. And you will know when you overcome it because you will feel good. You will feel very good. The opposite of anger is patience. So when that person goes to cut you off on your journey, instead of giving them that finger or screaming at them through the glass of your little bubble, you simply say, be my guest. Go ahead of me. Thank you. And you move from that karma to the other karma, the good karma, which is what you want. It's what everyone desires. You all desire, every one of you desires to be in good karma. And many of you believe that by being in the throes of your rage or your sadness or your disappointment, being in it is somehow valuable to you. The only value it has to you is to keep you in your suffering. So overcoming that by simply saying, no, I will not. Today I will not raise my voice. I will not scream at those people. I will simply be like the water and go around them, or allow them to go past me. Oh, you wish to go first? Please be my guest. Many of you are given these opportunities countless times in a single day, and countless times you pick up the yoke of your anger. You pick up the yoke of your sadness. You pick up the yoke of your depression. and you carry it around on your shoulders for another day or year or lifetime. And yet the moment you are persistent in the surrender of it, your hand will open to something else. The minute you let it go from your hand, the minute you let it go from your grasp, you're holding onto it in your head. The minute you let it go, your hand will remain open for its opposite. And the opposite of anger is patience. The opposite of sadness is joy. The opposite of rage can be bliss, when you can fully surrender that and you restore the serenity that is your natural birthright, but you must choose. You've been given the choice in every moment. And letting go of these negative aspects of your past lives is very important. And it can only be done in the moment. You cannot do it tomorrow. You cannot find heaven tomorrow. You can find it right now. In the moment when these things come up, and you will hear these words now, and you will go out in the day and you will encounter something, and you will find yourself in your anger or in your judgment or in your criticism, and you go, my peace is gone again. I slipped. And you say, well, I will look for the next opportunity and I will not slip. So the driver cuts you off and you almost do it and you pause and you do not react and you do not pick up that karma again. You let it go. You resist the temptation to grasp it. And in that letting go, both of you are free. You no longer hold them to that karma as they attempt to hold you to theirs with the fear they have of not having enough time that they cut you off. But in your willingness to surrender your karma, you liberate those that are connecting with you in it. Is that not as simple as it can be made? That in any moment you may choose to let your karma go. Open your hand, let your negative karma go. And with the open hand, you can allow the karma of the divine to begin to enter into your life. And it will in the most interesting of ways. And it will reveal itself to you that you shall never be enslaved by your suffering. There are greater levels of difficulty, of course. The position in life where this physical form exists is much different than the life of a physical form living in a war zone where there is much pain and rage and violence and anger, and each are embroiled in the other's suffering. Do not mistake aggression for peace. For those who are at war with others are in their own suffering. In the delusion of their superiority, they can get lost in that authority, depriving themselves of knowing the divine and the love that is within them. You cannot participate in something with others without being a part of it. And so the one fleeing pursuit and the one pursuing are one and the same in terms of karma. And they may continue to hold on to that and thereby deny themselves what the other hand would offer. You cannot find peace through war. You shall never find peace through war. You shall never find joy through anger. it is very simple what I'm saying. In every moment, you shall have the choice to choose what karma you will have, love or fear. What will you choose? It is exclusively your choice. I, the other angels, the ascended masters, not even God itself, will usurp your ability to choose heaven or hell, joy or sorrow. It is the nature of free will that you have choice. And if you make a choice enough times, there are certain eventualities that you are going to experience. When you call upon me or others and you say, help me with my pain, and we say, breathe, relax, give love and grace to your pain. And some of you say, oh, I don't want to get rid of my pain. My pain makes me feel I get attention from my pain. And we say, very well, then you may have your pain. And each time you call us, we will say, do not say this, do not do this. Many of you hear us in your head, hear us in your heart, and you will choose to say it and do it anyway, even if we whisper to your ear, do not say that. Do not do that. Do not give them the bird. Do not do that. Do not do that. And you do it anyway. And we say, okay, you're not ready yet. But each time you say, they're obviously in a greater hurry than I will let them go in front of me. I will not lose anything but my peace if I fight with them. And they will have no more peace than I if I fight with them. And that one might think they have gained advantage, but you will not carry their karma anymore. You will release yourself from it, and by some degree release them from the stress of theirs to a small measure. Do not underestimate the value of your own willingness to surrender your attachment to suffering, to your anger, to your fear, to your judgment of one another, to your self-judgment. So many of you horrendously judge your own bodies. Many of you judge it because you do not respect your own bodies, and you bear the consequence of your own neglect upon it. You do not feed it, you do not exercise it, you do not take care of it, and you bear the karma. And you say to yourself, oh, I should not have eaten that chocolate last night. I know it's not good for me. It was terrible for me to eat that chocolate. I know it's not good, and I'm putting on more weight in my body than I need to. And then you forget, and you see the chocolate again, and you pick it up and you eat it, and you go through the same story again and again, repeating the assault on your body by denying the very things it requires. And then you get angry and judgmental towards your own body because you have neglected it. And you blame the body for your neglect. And you have a body that suffers needlessly. And yet the very function of your will is that you can liberate yourself from the karma of your thoughts and your actions and your beliefs. You can do this. You can know what is good and not good for your body. It is a beautiful divine instrument when respected and cared for. And you cannot replace the knowledge of your body in the hands of others. Many of you expect others to make your body feel better. You've deferred the responsibility of your own karma to others. And many of those others will take advantage of that and profit greatly from your suffering. And you will suffer more and say, well, no matter what you do, it's not making me feel better. Well, we'll try this thing. And let's try this surgery. And let's try this drug. Oh, okay. I will listen to you instead of listening to what your body is telling you. And so negative karma is not only what you feel, but what you do and do not. To ignore what you know and to not follow it. And you accumulate it. Some of you are experiencing bodies that you have neglected for many lifetimes, and you experience the cumulative result of how you've ignored your physical existence in detrimental ways. Heredity is not an accident. Heredity is a form of karma. That all of you involved in a family system carry that karma, and all in that family system may eradicate that karma. Simply say, regardless, I will begin to love this temple. Listen, in every moment you have the choice between releasing your karma that does not serve you and embracing the love and the karma that will serve you and serve you greatly. When I came to this one this morning, it was not with great complexity. It was the simplicity of let go of that which does not serve you in thought, in word, in action. For as you release that which does not serve you, you shall embrace that which does serve you. And when you understand what serves you, and you recognize the beauty and the value of that love that occurs when you surrender your negative karma, then you will move into purpose. For love's function is to give, to improve, to cherish. The function of love's karma is very different than the function of fear's karma. And you have to choose which one you're going to embrace. You get to decide this for yourself. You truly do. In any moment. And you can call on us and you will hear us. We will even knock a glass from your hand when you say, I shouldn't be drinking. And we will knock a glass from your hand and you go, oh, my glass, I dropped it. I better get another one. And we simply say, okay. We will not judge you, but we will reveal the truth to you that this is what we observe. Oh, I'm going to take my body out and I'm going to exercise it today. Oh, I'm too tired. I will do it tomorrow. We will wake you up at strange hours when you say, I need to meditate more, and we will come to you and say, it's time to meditate. And you'll wake up at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning and you go, why am I awake? And that little voice you hear in your head when you think, oh, I should meditate. And you go back to sleep. You say, okay. We will never judge you. We will simply observe and recognize that you are simply going through the learning process of finally coming around to the understanding that you are in complete autonomy and authority over whether you will live in fear or you will live in love. And we will never deny you our love, because that would be to deny ours. And so you can ask us 1,000 times or over 1,000 lifetimes, help me, Lord. Help me, Archangel Michael. Help me, and guardian angels. And we will come. And we will be there with you and for you. And we are. And if you can learn to listen very carefully, you will hear us. We are with you. So do not think there's some coincidence when you lose something or you find something. There's no coincidence in someone doing something that causes you disturbance. It is the disturbance you must release from your own heart. The judgment and the anger and the frustration, the things that you have karmically said, it's time for me to get rid of these. I want to get rid of my suffering. And the opportunities come in great measure. And we say, do not speak those words, speak gently. And you get upset anyway. And we say, okay, you are not ready. But in any moment you may be ready. You may choose, this moment I shall not raise my voice at that person who repeatedly annoys me, I will choose to stay in a state of grace and not react in anger or judgment. It is not for them you do this, it is for your own liberation from years and lifetimes of repetitive suffering. When you let your anger go, your hand is open to receive patience. You, in fact, by the willingness to give up your anger, you restore patience to yourself. In your willingness to give up your hatred, you restore love to yourself. Even if it's but a small measure, even a moment where you say, I will not hate, in that moment where you surrender and resist your hatred, you restore yourself to love for that moment. And the moment may be very fleeting, but you have restored yourself to it nonetheless, whether you're aware of it or conscious of that reality. Some of you will let go and resolve, I'm not going to be angry. And for a moment, you're not angry. And then you jump back into it again and you forget what you just did. Now you're lost in it again. And some of you will dance like this with your karma. Your karma constantly stepping on the toes of your own divinity. That's what it does. You dance with your karma and it steps on the toes of your divinity. And each time you say, oh, I will have that chocolate. I will eat that. I will exercise, but I won't. Each time you are dancing with your karma. It is not the world or your body. It is thy will be done. And we will not interfere with your will. None of us will. Not the great ascended brothers and sisters, not even God will interfere with your will. It's why you were given will, that you can be free to suffer, or to be enlightened, or to be in ignorance. You are free to do this in any moment, as we are free in any moment to be with you when you call. And none of you have ever been denied a call. Your call has never been denied. We have always been with you, even in that moment where you're in that deepest rage and you want to lash out in the world and it does not feel good, and you think the only way is to lash out, to relieve yourself of that. And we say to you, do not pick up that phone. Do not speak those words. Do not pick up those weapons. We say it to you. We just tell you simply. We don't say, you should not, you better not. No, we say, do not. And you are free to listen or to ignore. And we will love you no less, no matter what you decide. We will love you no less. For we do not wish to dance with our karma. We no longer wish to have our toes stepped upon by our own errors of action and thought. And so to relieve yourself of your attachment to these negatives is a process of, in the moment, it can only be done in the moment these things occur in your life. Where that person cuts you off or they jump in front of the line, only in those moments can you restore yourself to love. Only in those moments where something terrifies you, in that moment you may say, I surrender this fear. I surrender this fear to grace. Do not fear. Do not fear. That's wonderful. I love Michael. He's a beautiful soul. You know, I mean, they're all beautiful souls. We're all beautiful souls. Even no matter what you are going through right now, you are a beautiful soul in the essence of that place outside of your karma. When you can surrender it, you are an incredible light of compassion and love. Even these people that are doing heinous things in the world today. Yes, I know. Even the people that you see doing terrible things in the world today, he says that these people are dancing with their negative karma, and they don't know that they've carried it over from lifetimes of doing the same thing again and again and again. And the only one can let go of your karma, there's only two things that can let go of your karma: your own will. And when you apply your will enough times, suddenly grace will happen. Where you'll cross a threshold, yes, where you'll cross a threshold from your negative karma into grace, which is a function of love and truth and compassion. Anyway, I love Michael. Michael, the very first time I ever encountered Michael that I can recall, I was about 6.5 years old, and I was riding a bicycle. One of my foster brother had bought me this banana seat bicycle, and I'm riding down this big hill. And on my way down the hill, the front wheel, I pulled the front wheel up to do a wheelie, because wheelies were a big thing you could do with your bicycles back then. And I pulled the front wheel up, and the front wheel fell off, and I'm going down this hill very fast. And I don't know what it was, but something caused me to lean, and the bike swung this way to the side of the road, and the forks went down into the grass, and I was catapulted off the bicycle onto the grass and tumbled a little bit and sat there looking at my bike and the wheel that had rolled and bounced off onto a curb and up and fell off onto a sidewalk. And right at that moment, a police car pulled right up there. And I started crying about my bicycle. This is the first bicycle anybody had ever bought me. Anyway, the police officer's name, ironically enough, was Michael. And he said, "Come with me." And he picked up the bicycle back and threw it in his trunk. And back then, police cars were big yellow cars with blue writing on the sides and blue marking on the side of them. And then he picked up the front wheel and put it in the trunk. And then he drove me up to a store at that time. And the thing he did was, for me, he bought me an ice cream at the store. Before he took me, I found out where I lived. Then he took me home to my mother and explained to her what happened. That was the first time Michael ever intervened physically in my life. Children are innocent. That's one of the things, when I asked him about that, is he said, "You were innocent. You weren't doing anything in a negative way whatsoever. You're simply enjoying what you're doing. And you were afraid, so we knew that you wanted to have a different experience than pain, so we directed you to the side of the road." Very fascinating story. Your guides and your angels are with you 24/7. A lot of people ask, well, how can Jesus be with me and everybody else at the same time? To understand that, or Michael, how can Archangel Michael be with everybody who's calling him? Or Archangel Raphael, or Archangel Gabriel, or God? How can they possibly be with so many people at once? And when I asked them that question, here's the answer they gave me. They said, you understand your life in terms of your 5 senses, and you're aware of only what you can see, smell, touch, taste, and hear. Your awareness is restricted to the range of your physical senses. Most of you, they said, are restricted to the range of your physical senses. We are not. Our awareness can encompass vast swaths of time and space, a large area of time and space. They can expand their awareness, and they can interact with any point of time and space without collapsing their awareness to a finite point. So they can be in multiple points of time and space because their awareness is in multiple points of time and space. They're not restricted to a single body or a single identity. So their awareness is far vaster. God's awareness is virtually everywhere present. As his Master Jesus has reached his Godhead, and his consciousness is everywhere present, as is Yogananda's and many other enlightened beings like that. Angels and archangels like Michael have that same degree of expansion, but not to the full extent, as they've made a decision to stay closer in service to humanity, many of the angels that work with me and work with you. And so when you call on Michael, you call on them, they will always answer you, always. Don't take that drink, they'll say. Don't buy that chocolate. Don't do those things. Eat that beautiful tangerine you have over there instead. Go for a walk instead of turning on your television. They'll talk to you in so many different ways. And they will never judge you. They'll never be angry at you if you choose to say, no, I'm going to sit and I'm going to watch television. Or I'm going to eat that chocolate. They'll just say, okay. It's your karma, not theirs. And you'll have to work through it, not them. But they'll always be with you in any moment. Even your loved ones, some of your loved ones that have crossed over will even seek to come back to you and say, don't do this, try this, right? But they'll never judge you because it's your karma. So why do the angels and guides and the divine want to serve us? Because they want to stay in a state of love and grace. In a state where you are guiding and assisting your fellow humans to a higher expression. When you become a higher expression of yourself, you are literally, what Michael said earlier, you literally, when that person is trying to cut off because they're in a hurry, they want to jump in line on you, and you pause and you say, oh, okay, I'm going to let them go ahead. Because you don't want to be caught up in impatience. You don't want to be caught up in anger. You don't want to be caught up in judgment. You say, I'm not going to judge them. I'm going to give them allowance. And then you release yourself from the anger that you would have engaged in. If you said, no, I'm not going to let them cut me off. They shouldn't do that. The moment you go into that, you grasp the negative karma. And now you're both in it together. But the minute you let them, give them that grace, you release yourself from the karma. And I really like that explanation of how our karma is entwined with the people we encounter throughout the day. Because that's what's happening. Your karma is entwined with the people you encounter every single day. It can be the karma of love or the karma of fear. Excuse me. Thank you. Well now, good morning everybody. So this has been my morning. Question, our house is put for sale already a few weeks, but no one cares to see it. Any advice when it will be able to sell? Thank you, Bogyamila. All right, here's what I'm being told to tell you right away. You need to go into meditation and say, I have prepared this house for you that needs it. You must decide that you've prepared your house for the person that needs it, that you're open and your house is open for them that are to have it. You are now open and receptive to them that are to have your home. You have to be in that place. Our home is now open for them. I'm grateful. You need to go into that energy. Go into that karma, because it's all karma, right? So you want to go into that energy. My house is ready for you. You say that out to the universe. My house is ready for you to buy. Just do that. Yeah, okay, that's the simplest way to do it. My house is ready for you to buy, and I'm grateful. Just keep it really simple like that. My house is ready for you to buy, and I am grateful. And just stay in that energy. Feel the energy of those words, right? Words and thoughts create qualities of energy that we get to experience. Thank you for the super chat, Bogyamila. Really appreciate it. Lisa, hi Lisa. Thank you for that super chat. Really appreciate it. A message from Debbie today. If you're able, thank you, William. You're welcome, Lisa. I don't know why, but she's saying something about the indigo light. The indigo light. Look for the indigo light. The indigo light. Go to the indigo light. She wants you to, in your meditation, look for the indigo light. He says it's really cool here. It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. So when you're in your meditation today, Lisa, look for the indigo light in your meditation day. Wow. Yeah. It's funny, I'm seeing a white rose. She's showing me, as I'm coming back and moving away from her energy, she's showing me a white rose and a red rose, and their stems are entwined but not broken. Their stems are entwined but not broken. A white rose and a red rose. Thank you. She says to give that to you. It is yours. Well, thank you for that super chat, Manoj. I really appreciate that. Manoj is asking, I had taken RT-PCR nasal swab test 2 years ago. Please, my angels, how much it has harmed my pineal gland and brain, And is there anything I can do to contain or reverse the damage? Yeah, a lot of people, now that the British government is coming out and admitting that over 1 billion people were adversely affected, 1 billion people were adversely affected with an immunodeficiency process that is an effect of the jabbity jab. It's important you understand that there are things you can do to ameliorate some of the effects of this demonic technology. There's a product called zeolite. You want to look for that product, zeolite. Number 1, zeolite. Number 2, do not fear the sunshine. The sun will purify you. So many of you are preventing your bodies from getting the light that they need. Not realizing that I've got to be really careful what I say here, Manoj. But you want to get some zeolite for starters. Get some zeolite. You can look it up. It's called zeolite, and you want to take it about a gram a day. You're only using a plastic or wood spoon. You don't want it to come into contact with metal. It comes in a plastic container, and the zeolite bonds and pulls heavy metals into itself. That's step 1. Step 2, go out and ground. Get on the earth in regular intervals every day. The earth will electromagnetically recalibrate your biological energy. The earth will electromagnetically recalibrate your body. That's why getting in touch, direct contact with the earth. If you're in a really cold climate and you can't put your feet on the ground, then go up to a tree and put your hands on the tree. The tree is instantly connected to the earth, and you can reconnect it and ground through the hands as well. But the key is to do it for at least 15 minutes a day, where you deliberately connect your physical body to the earth for at least 15 minutes a day. Grounding mats are good, but the earth is better. It's a natural organic form. At least 15 minutes a day. That will begin to give you some amelioration. But the zeolite will help removing some of the things that are internal to your system. Thank you, Ingest9. Is my dog Prin a reincarnation of one of my prior dogs? Thank you for your work, William. You're very welcome. Thank you for that super chat. Oh, you're very welcome. I always have roses. Thank you, Lisa. So, Ingest, if I tune into him, he's a fractal of other dogs, not one. He's a fractal of other dogs merged into a new being, which is why you keep feeling and seeing the other animals in him, is because they are incorporated in that. It's kind of like, you look at a tree, and you look at a tree when it's a sapling, and then say 50 years later, you see, if you do a cross section of the tree, that the rings from the sapling out to the 50 years, that it's contained within itself. Consciousness does the same thing. Your consciousness does that. As you evolve and gain more experience through lifetimes, your consciousness, your knowledge, your awareness expands. Your dog does the same thing. Your dogs have done the same thing. They've incorporated more and more of their consciousness and bring it back into the connection they have with you, because you have a very interesting relationship with dogs from other lifetimes as well, right? In the Germanic world, in the 17th century, 16th century lifetimes you often worked with animals in the Germanic areas. Thank you so much. Hi there. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Good morning, TikTok. I think I sent an invitation to somebody to come live if you want. You do not have to, but if you do come live, please have a question, a consideration, or a request. Good morning. Good morning. May I ask Archangel Michael how to heal the relationship with my family? Some of the pain stems from a past life. Yes, it does. What we are all experiencing in this lifetime, they keep telling me this, what we're all experiencing in this lifetime is the accumulation of all the previous experiences of lifetimes. Some of you have gotten to a place where you're experiencing great suffering, but no matter what your suffering is, we'll get to he just wants me to say this. When you understand that the suffering you're undergoing is not just because of this lifetime, but you've accumulated it too. You have to release, okay, you have to release your anger, your fear that you will not connect with them, and simply be willing to be open, receptive to connecting with them. Be willing to be open and receptive. And you can, yes, it will. So you can actually envision all your family members in your mind, and to each one that you see in your mind's eye, say, I give you my love, and I'm open and receptive to you in my life. And do that with each one of them, energetically. I'm open and receptive to you in my life. I'm open and receptive to you in my life. And go through each of your family members in that spirit. See them, hold them in your mind's eye. I'm open and receptive to having you in my life. And be in that energy for a couple of days. After a couple of days, pick up your phone and call one of them. And then say those exact words. Hi, how you doing? I'm open and receptive to having you in my life. And repeat those words, okay? And then come back and let us know what happened. Because something will happen. Hey, how you doing? Lyson, good to see you. Hi there. Hi. Hi there. I'm trying to just catch questions over here too. Natalia's asking, by the way, I want to say thank you to my YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook supporters. Thank you so much for everything you do to support this channel, sharing it with other people, getting them to come out, providing links to the different videos that they can connect to. Thank you so much, because my goal is to get this information out to as many people that are open and receptive and willing to receive it. And anytime you do that, you help somebody else gain the knowledge and wisdom that we've been privileged to receive here. Is my nightly meditation working for me? I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. I'm being told to tell you, you are making progress. Bell just went off. You are making progress. You need to become more conscious that when you're using the function of your breath, as the breath is the foundation of the mechanism of meditation, your breath is the foundation of the mechanism of meditation. Be very clear and conscious that with each breath you are directing your body and you're directing your mind into a specific state of open receptivity. The open receptivity that you can get your mind and body to can be the place where you can begin to receive the wisdom and the knowledge and the information that you are desiring to receive. And it becomes then valuable to have a choice before you go into your meditation. I wish to receive guidance, or I wish to receive this knowledge, or I wish to receive this wisdom around this issue, or this event, or this circumstance. You want to use meditation as a way of receiving information and wisdom outside of what the world has given you. But you are making progress. Congratulations. It's wonderful. It's really great to hear that. Question for Archangel Michael from Adam. Why does my friend keep on harassing about keeping a statue near me? Did he do witchcraft on it or something like that in which he intends to manipulate me with it? No. What you need to do, Adam, quite simply, is you tell him the statue represents the energy of grace and love. Just tell him those words. This statue represents the energy of grace and love. And let him know that when he comes near you, that he's going to experience that love and grace. Let him know that. You should know that you need to know that statue is a representation of love and grace. And if in knowing this and knowing that, then nothing he can say can change that. What Michael was saying earlier about when you're frustrated, you're in the karma with that person. You're in their karma of their judgment. And you can say, you are free to believe what you want to believe about this, but for me, this is pure love and grace. Tell him that. Or her. Right? Manoj says, William, you were talking of me going into the sun for me. Could you elaborate, please? Yes. Down here since last summer, when I was told by my guardian angel John, he said, William, your body needs the sun. Your body needs the sun. And he said, take your shirt off while you're working outside. Back then I was building a deck and I was doing other things. And I took my shirt off and I had my shorts on, and I worked for hours in the direct sunlight without burning at all. And I said, what's that mean? And John said to me, he said, it means that your body is getting what it needs. And of course, I took periodic breaks from that. But generally speaking, out of a 5-hour day, I'd spend a good solid 1 to 3 hours exposed to that sun and not burning. And even here down in where we are down here in Mexico, I've been out walking along the beach, shirts off, directly exposed to the sun. The vibration and vitality of the sun, what John said, he said, you have to realize the sun loves you. It is the giver of life. I'm quoting him now from what he told me last year. The sun is the giver of life. It will not take your life if it is giving it to you. There is a reasonable period of time that you can spend in the sun. It will differ from individual to individual, but you know, if you pay attention to your body and you pay attention to the sun, pay attention if you are getting what you need from it. Your body is unique and distinct because your karma, your life experiences, your existence in this lifetime are unique to you, and the way this light of life will affect you is unique to you. But go into it knowing full well that it is the giver of life on this world. And why would the giver of life take it from you? But he wants to know specifically start out with a small period of time. Like give yourself 12 minutes in the sun. 12 minutes evenly. 12 minutes on one side, 12 minutes on the other side. No sunblock. That's the other thing. I've never worn sunblock. So you want to do that. Start off slowly, 12 minutes. And the body starts to, I'll use the term, it starts to resynthesize the energy of the sun differently than it used to. And like I said, the sun loves me. It's the giver of life on this planet. It really is. But I would start off like 12 minutes one side, 12 minutes the other side. And you shall not be burned. Yes, I'll leave it at that. Yes, it is wonderful. Thank you so much. Hi, William, help me with my attitudes towards my house. Safe. My house sale, and my house is under contract now. Congratulations. I can't take credit. I understand. I can't take credit for the information that they give you through me. I'm literally the messenger. I've just surrendered to the fact that I have this ability to allow information to flow through me, and they've told me that who I am and what I have experienced and done in my life allows them to put certain qualities of information through me. I'm really happy for you, Emily. And there are certain functions of energy that we all engage in every day that we don't realize we're doing it. Oh my goodness, is it going to sell? Am I going to get that job? Those energies create conditions, And you're a creator being. So the information that comes through this body is literally from your guides, your angels, the ascended masters, a lot of multidimensional beings. Many of the classes, and when I have readings, people get to experience this energy in a profound way. I cannot tell you how many times people burst into tears when they feel the energy of their guides and angels come through me in a reading. It's just the most wonderful and beautiful thing to bear witness to watch how their heart is just opened by the love that God and the angels and the ascended masters have for us. There's a love that is so profound. It's amazing. But I'm so grateful to say that, Emily. And thank you. I really do appreciate that compliment. Thank you so much. In life, my brother and I were very close. You're still very close. May I ask Archangel Michael to heal the relationship with my family? We got to that. Thank you. Light and love to everyone else as well. Hi. I asked for help and found Archangel Raziel. Wonderful, congratulations. I call upon Michael every day during my meditation, but never feel him around. Why? You need to change your perceptual sensitivity. Many people try to perceive their guides and angels only through the physical senses. But you have this part of you that's called awareness. You have this part of you called awareness that if you close your eyes, and you can do this right now, close your eyes, relax the body, relax the thinking mind, and just let your awareness expand around the body and feel the space around the body. And you can call them in that way. Again, we in our Masterclass 101, we walk you through very precise and specific meditation and practices where you literally can feel the presence of your guides, your angels, your loved ones, ascended masters, even the presence of God. We've had many students that feel the love of God, and that's a pretty amazing thing. When you get that experience, you are going to be a very different person after that. But it's not a matter of, there's nothing wrong with you, it's a matter of changing your perceptual sensitivity. That is perceptual sensitivity as in opening up your inner senses of clairvoyance, which means clear seeing, clear audience, which means clear hearing. That's to see without eyes, to hear without ears. Clear sentience, which is clear feeling. And clear cognizance, which is clear knowing. Those are the spiritual senses that you have that complement your five sensory self. The five senses let you comprehend the physical world, let you transmit and receive in the physical world. That's what your body is for, to transmit and receive information to and from the physical world. Your non-physical senses, your clairs, allow you to send and receive information from the invisible world. So you have these two realms of consciousness available to you at any time that you can gain information from the other senses or from the physical senses. And you can if you develop both of them, you'll create pretty remarkable capabilities in what you can do or be in this planet, because then you're not just working on only the information from this world, which is where most people are stuck. They're going through life with like one arm tied behind their back because they're only using the five physical senses. They're not using the spiritual senses because they have not been developed, they've been ignored, or they've been drugged, or they've been poisoned. There's a variety of reasons why your spiritual senses can be dulled, but you need to activate those other perceptual senses, and you'll rest assured you will perceive your guides and your angels, the ascended masters, even your loved ones, just by learning to open up these other senses that are not physical senses. They're what are always talked about: seeing without eyes and hearing without ears. They're non-physical senses. You need to teach them. Our Masterclass 101 and our Masterclass 102 loan themselves to activating those senses and cultivating them and beginning the practices that you need to open them up and become familiar with the non-physical senses as equally as you are familiar with the physical senses of sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. Right? Thank you so much. Was my brother reincarnated? If so, is there a chance I will ever find that person? Yes, there is a chance. The very fact that you conceive it. Think of the times you've fallen in love with someone. You go, I feel like I've known you. We've been together for, you know that. Your life is not based on a single biological experience. Your existence in life is not limited to a single biological experience. Some of you are older souls and have had many thousands of lifetimes. Some have had hundreds. Some have had dozens. But your consciousness is not limited to a single lifetime at all. Nor is your brothers, nor is your sisters, nor is your mothers, nor is your fathers. And you can learn to tap into them and recognize them when they see you. And I've met some interesting beings. I met my mentor, Bill Curry, in a new embodiment recently, which was quite an eye-opening experience. One of my mentors reincarnating in front of me. Hi, Jenny's asking, what do I need to know on my path? Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Silence is very important for you, Jenny. Learning to listen to the silence. Get your mind quiet, get your body quiet. Right now, they're saying this is what you need. The most important thing for you on your path right now is to learn to listen to the silence. Contrary to what people think, when you get your mind and body quiet, you open up your perception to another realm of information than the one you know in your personality. And that place of silence is like an infinite space into which you can request guidance and information to come to you. So you need to learn to listen to the silence. You can ask for the silence to give you inspiration and ideas. It's quite a remarkable thing when you do that, when you learn to listen without the distractions of the mind and the body impeding you from perceiving things other than what you know. A question from Babette for Archangel Michael. Does Archangel Michael have any message for me? I can call on him regularly to protect me, especially during healings. Hello, Babette. He says he really appreciates the way you do that. He says it's always an honor and a privilege to serve. As service to others elevates my consciousness. It fulfills a closer communion with the divine in my life. Yes. He says you need to perfect your clairvoyance, your hearing. Go inside and listen for my voice. Inside, go inside and listen for my voice. Wow, that's really cool. Hi guys. Please ask which of my clairs is most prominent. I'm getting clairsentience is the most prominent one for you. That you can feel things as being true or false. You have the ability to feel and know without knowing how, but you just know something is right or you know something is wrong. So clairsentience is your most dominant clair right now. I'm being told to tell you that you need to start to focus on clairvoyance, clear seeing. That you've really heavily depended upon your sense of feeling throughout this life. But you need to start developing your clairvoyance secondarily. Sign up for our 101 Masterclass, which begins in July. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. Sign up for the Masterclass series, and you'll go through a process where you can begin to activate those senses and awaken yourself to the nature of what you truly are. You're not just a meat sack, and you're not just a collage of information you've acquired from this world. You're a soul. You are a soul, a beautiful soul. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Somebody's asking, can Archangel Michael lead me to the next step in my life? Thank you. If you're asking him to do that, he's saying, yes, I can definitely do that. We are always aspiring to lead you to the next step, but you must be willing to take it. We can lead you, but you must choose to use your will to do the things that we would point you in the direction of being or doing. Yes. You must surrender your anger and your judgment. We cannot make you, but we can say to you, do not be angry, do not be judgmental, do not be greedy. We can offer you that, and if you want to call that leading you, then that is what we are doing. We are simply saying to you, do this or do not do this. You are of free will to decide and to learn from your own experience of decision whether or not you're going in the right direction. But we lead you only in the sense that we offer you an awareness of something that you may not be conscious of in a moment. Or you may be in a position where you are wanting to make a choice, but you do not know. And we'll simply say, do not eat that. Do not drink that. But yes, he's very excited about that for you. Very exciting for all of them when they hear that you want. Yes. Rebbe's sitting here. Masterclass 101 and 102 have changed my life completely. Now I live a magic life. Thank you, William, to the team of instructors and the Ascended. I love you all. Thank you so much, Rebbe. It's an honor and a privilege to watch people who have spent sometimes lifetimes suffering to liberate themselves from that. You did not come to this world to suffer. You came to this world to learn creation. I'm so happy for you, and I'm so grateful that you've been with us. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the 103 Masterclass just a couple of weeks from now. Thank you so much for that. Harley's asking, hello world, there be a message from Archangel Michael? Lots going on around. We are needing his assistance. What do I specifically do? Thank you. The first thing you need to do, Harley, he's telling me to suggest to you to let go of your anger and your fear. And the path that you can see without them will be revealed to you. Let go of your anger and your fear, that the new path can be revealed to you in those moments. And I like what he said earlier, where he said, in any moment when you find yourself afraid or angry or judgmental or self-judging, those are the moments where you get to choose to let go of the suffering, and that leaves your hand open to receiving love and grace, right? But in those moments, and he means that, he says he wants me to tell you, he means that you need to let go of the anger and fear. Do not hold that around. Resist its compulsions. Resist the compulsions of your fear. That is the actions of your fear. Resist the compulsions of your anger. Resist them. And then the path will appear before you. Wow, that's a really good one. Thank you. Where is that beautiful soul? I saw a question here that I really felt I wanted to answer. Danielle, Helga raised a pigeon from a small one that couldn't fly. A polecat killed it recently. She misses her pigeon dearly. Has he a message for her? You have to understand the gratitude in the gift that she had. I'm just speaking what they're telling me to say to her right now, Danielle. The gratitude that she nurtured and cared for and prepared this being for their gift to the other. That they prepared that one, that they could be a gift to the other. Wow. I hope she understands that, what they just said to her. That's, yes. Do not mourn when you have given a gift to another. Do not mourn when you have given a gift to the others. So you prepared this one that they could be offered to that one, and that one waited until you had prepared the gift. And even the pigeon knew what was going to happen. Very grateful that you had that exchange. The energetic message is be grateful for what you have done for these ones. Because you did not just heal the heart of that soul that was called that pigeon, you also offered the gift of life to the other that took the life of the pigeon. It was an exchange of gift. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Drusilla is asking, what is the connection between my granddaughter, June, and my husband, Fred? There is a very obvious connection. Yeah. I hear somebody's... yeah. I'm hearing that this is something from about 400 years ago. About 400 years ago, where they actually had a lifetime together. Yes. Yeah. I won't. So I won't go into the details about it, as it would seem weird to some people, but they did have a lifetime together that they're finalizing that contract in this lifetime. I'll leave it at that, Drusilla. Thank you so much for your question. Oh, wow. Look at that. We got 20,000 likes on TikTok. It's 11:11 on one of my clocks here and 8:11 on another. Hi. Yeah, what time is that today? We are 8. We are... Okay. I just got to be careful of the time. We're doing the unofficial closing of our 102 Masterclass finishes today. You know, you want to, if you've got emotional transformations you're going through right now, you want to learn the practice of healing your mind and body, you want to sign up for our masterclasses, especially if you're healer. If you're more advanced in terms of you're already connecting to your guides and angels, but you want to open up, say, astral projection or astral traveling, you might want to consider taking our 103 masterclass, which again will be offered May the 11th is when the masterclass 103. But sign up for the courses if you want to really make a significant impact and change and progress in your spiritual journey. Thank you so much for the hearts, guys. I really appreciate it. Van Twinkle saying, sometimes I refer to Michael, he's laughing about that, as pickles or Jesus as Yeshi. Is that disrespectful? No, they like humor and they love play with you. They say not everybody has the sense of humor that you have. They really appreciate it. They say too many humans get too serious about us. Too many of you get too serious about us. Yes. I forget what Michael said the other day. It was quite funny. But I know he said it was very funny. Hardy, you're welcome, Hardy. Daniela, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Is Cabo safe to take my mom in May? I'm being told yes, it is. Before you go on the journey, it's important to make a decision that wherever you go at all points of time and space, that you encounter the right people, the right situations, the right circumstances in divine order. Like, get really clear. You're going there to have a wonderful journey with your mother, but get your mother clear on that too. It's going to be a wonderful time. I'm really happy for you both. But you have to be clear on that ahead of time. You plan to create. Planning is creating. You decide and define. If you got fear about the journey, then you're going to bring fear on the journey with you. If you have joy about the journey, you're going to bring joy on the journey with you, excitement and wonder. And that's what they're telling me you have the choice between the joy of the journey or the fear of the journey. You get to choose with your will which one you will have. For at any moment you are choosing whether you will have more of one thing or another. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm having a heavy sensation around my heart space with anxiety. I've tuned in and can't sense what it is. If I tune in, this is really actually appropriate to what Michael was talking about, releasing our karma. Again, I'm paraphrasing what he's saying. That this heaviness in your heart is because that is the karma you're ready to release. What you need to recognize is, what is the heaviness as an emotion? What is the heaviness as an emotion? I'm being told to tell you that this is connected to distant memories that you're holding on that have caused you pain and sadness, that's now coming up to be released, that sadness. And you can release the sadness really easily with love and grace. But that's essentially what it is for you right now. It's old karma coming up to be released. Drusilla, thank you so much for that super chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you too, Daniela. Can you ask my guides why they keep showing me the number 13? Yeah. I got this being named Jacob, and he's saying to me that they're trying to get you to listen. To not get caught up in the phenomena, but to listen. The fortune you seek is in the liberation of your fear. The fortune you seek is in the liberation of your fear. Wow. But this guardian angel, Jacob, he says they'll keep throwing that number at you until you finally stop getting lost in the phenomena and feel their presence. So when they give you a number sequence or a certain event happens, don't get caught up in the phenomenon. Wow, look at that number. No, feel the energy that's being communicated to you. That symbol is designed to get you to look internal. The symbols are only there to get you to go inward, to feel the energy, the information, or the vibration of the communication. Don't get caught in the external phenomena. That's the only way they can get to you to pay attention. And now you're here hearing this. They're telling me that you'll be able to now tune into the next time the number 13 they present to you. They want you to stop and feel what is the vibration of energy that they're offering you to connect to. What is the message of the energy, and feel that. And then come back and leave a comment on it. Wonderful. Hi there. Hi. Good to see you. Oh, somebody wants to come on. Who's this coming on here? Let's see who wants to come on. God is love. Who can say no to God is love? Wonderful. I'll bring them on. Hopefully we'll be able to hopefully they'll be able to come on. Last night nobody was able to. Hello, God is love. What is your name and where are you from?
Hi there, my name is Gina and I'm from Australia.
Hi, Gina from Australia. Did we have you here once before?
I can't hear you properly for some reason.
Oh, it might be my microphone might be just in a different place. Yeah, somebody said that to me yesterday about the microphone. Can you hear me now?
I was hearing you before.
Okay, well I'm not sure what that is. Can you hear me now?
Yes, that's a bit better.
Okay, well, Gina, what is your question, your consideration, or your request?
Okay, well, I wanted your opinion on BPD, borderline personality disorder, where I'm pretty sure I'm very spiritual, which is really bizarre, but I feel like there's a really deep spiritual reason behind the way I am. I can go from one extreme to another, like instantly. I can get into really deep states of meditation, then instantly just turn the other way. I've been really struggling lately, and I was the one that asked you about the number 13. It's actually really starting to freak me out. It's like every single day, at least 3-4 times a day.
Okay, so
I know someone's trying to tell me something.
Okay, I got Archangel Michael with me today, and if you're open and receptive to walking through a simple little process with us, you'll come to a different understanding. Are you open to that?
Yes, please. I work with Archangel Michael every day, and I love him so much.
Wonderful. So can we ask you to take a slow, deep breath right now?
Sure.
And that as you exhale, give the body permission to relax. Give all the muscles permission to relax. And as they relax more fully and completely, just feel the body, and to the space of your body, simply think the thought, thank you to the body. Just thank you to your whole body. Let it feel that thought from you. Now, secondarily, move your awareness to the place where thoughts and memories, emotions and considerations and different spiritual aspects of yourself, become aware of what's going on in the mental area of the brain. And just observe that for a moment, and then take a slow, deep breath into the space of the head. And as you exhale, give all the thoughts, memories, emotions, and spiritual presences permission to be still and quiet for a few moments. Just as you exhale, give them permission to be still and quiet. That's it. And now sensing your awareness of all these different aspects of the self that you're feeling right now. Communicate this thought to all those different aspects of yourself right now and in this moment. Even though I do not understand you, I am willing to love you. Think and speak those words with all sincerity. I will not...
Even though I don't understand you, I will love you.
Yes, and feel how the energy inside changes, and describe that.
I feel really emotional.
Okay, so allow those emotions to come up. Allow those emotions to come up. As they come up, speak these words to the emotion. I will not ignore you because I'm willing to love you.
I will not ignore you because I'm willing to love you.
And just allow those emotional energies to come up and repeat that thought to them. And even if you don't believe me, I'm willing to love you.
Even if you don't believe me, I'm willing to love you.
And just allow the emotion to shift and describe what's happening to it now.
Feeling a bit of relief.
To that part of you that's feeling relief, simply communicate to the relief, thank you for being a part of my life.
Thank you for being a part of my life.
And now what happens to that relief?
Feel peace.
Yes, so let yourself feel that peace, and that peace that you're feeling now, simply communicate to it, thank you for being a part of my life.
Thank you for being a part of my life.
Yes. And now again, sense the space that your entire body occupies. Feel the whole space your body occupies and communicate this thought to your entire body. I'm willing to love you, honor you, and take care of you, even if I do not understand you.
I'm willing to love you, honor you, and take care of you, even though I don't understand you.
Yes. And now turn your attention to any residual emotional energies that you're perceiving inside. And to those residual emotions, simply communicate the thought, I will never ignore you, nor will I forsake you.
I will never ignore you, nor will I forsake you.
Because I'm willing to love you.
Because I'm willing to love you.
Now describe what's occurring for you energetically.
Feels good.
Mm-hmm. So you can see how quickly you can, so that concern you had about all that stuff that was going on, it's all changed now, correct?
100%.
Wonderful. How long did that take us?
It's really good. I was in such a really chaotic state before.
I want to say something to you, it's important, and this is coming from Michael more than me, that you are love. It's not something to be pursued, it's what you are. What you are stepping into, this peace that you are stepping into by your choice and your will. We've simply offered you the steps and you have taken them. And now you reap what you have sown, this peace that you have. You have reaped what you have sown. Love is your true nature. Remember that, love is your true nature. Thank you so much for coming on with us.
Thank you so much. I honor you so much. You have no idea. Thank you so much, everyone else that's been listening and sending love. I know that people are sending love. I feel it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
You.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So as we can see, the transformation of your consciousness from fear to love does not have to be an extremely involved process. You are by nature a function of love, every one of you. And I want to say thank you to all of you that transmitted love to this being as well, because we feel that also. As you also received that which you gave as well. What a beautiful thing we are all blessed with. I want to say thank you to Archangel Michael for that. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Hi. Can you ask my guides why they keep... Oh yeah, we got that. Thank you so much. Hi, hello, William. My estranged father passed last year. I feel him. Does he have any message, please? Yes. He's saying, I'm making up for what I didn't do. Feel my love. Feel my love. Feel my love. Feel my love. I hope you received that. He's able to do things energetically for you that he was not able to do when you needed it. Be open to receiving his grace. That's why you're feeling, because he wants to restore that to you. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you, Mary, for that super chat. A message from my son for his children and grandchildren, please. He transitioned by his own hand 26 years ago today. Here are the words I'm being told to give to them. I have never left your side. From the moment of my error, I have never left your side. I have attempted to shine my love upon you in every moment, whether you are aware of it or not. Yes. Oh. Yeah. It's been easier for him. It was easier for him to be able to offer his love outside of that body-mind system. But he's never left their side. Not any of them. I don't know why I'm being shown this blue toy. Like a little squeezy blue toy. I'm being shown this toy. I don't know what it means. It's a little blue toy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is there any message I need to hear right now? Well, I hope you've been listening. There's been a lot. Oh, thank you for what you're doing. Does Archie have anything looking for my next? I'm not sure what that means. Hello. Hello, hello. This is such a special space. Thank you, William. Are there any messages for me today? Well, thank you, Lindsay. I'm being told to tell you, you've received so many of these. Continue to let love be your guide. Let your love be your guide. Let your love be your guide. Hi. Someone says, I was a man. Okay, this is a great question. Somebody's saying, I was a man in a past life and got killed. How do I release the fear that is still stuck? Sign up for our masterclass 102, Releasing Past Dense Emotions. You will release lifetimes of fear from that course, literally. And you release a lot of the fear from this lifetime, and you'll restore yourself to grace. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. I cannot tell you how important these masterclasses are for anybody that takes them, and the life-changing effects that occur are incredible. And I encourage you, take the course. Go sign up for it. There are simple practices that you will be taught in the course that will last your whole lifetime on how to release fear and anger and terror and all the stuff that you've carried forward into this lifetime. You know, you did not come here to suffer. You came here to learn the function of creation. Hello. My 31,000 likes on TikTok already. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, YouTube family, as well. Yeah, please ask about the blue squeaky toy. I'd like to know more about it. Thank you, Amanda, for the white roses. 811 where I am, 111 there. Yeah, it was pretty cool. 44. Hi, everybody. Welcome. We are few, but we are mighty, is what I just heard in my head. We are few, but we are mighty. I was told the other day during our Patreons Only live event that happened on the 21st of this month, I was told that those that have restored themselves to love, those of us that have restored themselves to love, your energy can impact and affect the lives of 10 million people. Your love can affect up to 10 million people. And when I asked further about that, we were told that's why the numbers of people that can change human collective unconsciousness can be such a low number. We're talking like, 200-300 million people can literally change the whole collective unconsciousness of humanity from fear to love. That's not a large number when you consider there's almost 9 billion people on the planet right now, that we can shift human collective unconsciousness. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. Hello, guys. Hello. Hello, hello. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. Yeah, he says thank you too. God is love and healing to you, dear one. Thank you so much. All the love for everybody here. Hi. Well, as all of you know, we are leaving we're leaving where we are in Mexico, and we're heading back up to our home base in Canada. And we will not be hosting our regularly scheduled events Monday through Saturday. I will attempt during the journey, if we get a stable internet connection, to come live, if that's possible. If not, I will see all of you sometime between the 6th and the 10th of May. We will return and resume our normal programming at that time. In the meantime, you can always go to my YouTube channel, subscribe there, and go to the lives section on my YouTube channel, look for the lives, click there, and you'll get access to all the live events that have been done over the last couple of years. Or you can go to the videos section and watch the earlier channel message when I was just beginning to connect to the guides and angels, and you can see the evolution and progression of the transformation that happens when you get onto a certain path of thinking, feeling, and acting in communion with your guides and angels. In the meantime, during these days, I encourage you to sign up for the Masterclass series. You can book a reading with me. You likely won't be able to get a meeting before the 11th of May, but you can certainly book one in advance. Readings are half hour and 1 hour long, and you can always, if you have a question, you can send a single question to my PayPal through the Linktree link on my bio on TikTok, or the Linktree link under any of my videos on my lives section on my YouTube channel. Click the Linktree link. It'll take you to all my Linktrees where you can book a reading, register for a class, where you can put a tip in the tip jar if you want to make a single donation, or you can ask a question, make a donation, and we'll get to those questions as soon as we possibly can. Again, I'm so grateful. We won't be going live for our Saturday show tomorrow, as we will be out and about. Yeah, I'm really excited. There are so many wonderful things on this planet unfolding, as there are many other things unfolding on this planet. Have no fear about it. No fear is really important. Do not get caught up into the fear-mongering of other people and the anger of other people. In fear and anger, you can be manipulated and controlled. In love, love can never be distorted. Peace can never be distorted. Gratitude can never be distorted. Unless, of course, you surrender them to something else. I'm really grateful for your support. Keep it coming, folks. I think I'll take 2 more questions, and then I have to start getting prepared for the journey. Thank you guys for sending all that healing. Thank you. I'm still working on restructuring and reloving myself fully. I hope I'm doing at least okay. Yes, you are. For those of you that are in the process, sign up for our Masterclass series. You can save yourself years, lifetimes, literally, in the simplest, easy to follow format that I've ever witnessed in my life. The Ascended Masters teach you directly in these masterclasses. And we're given simple and easy to follow practices and training and instruction. You work with 4 other mediums and a person who's specialized. We have one of our specialists in nutrition who offers the food component of the program, so you can raise the vibration of your body. These are life-changing courses given to us by the Ascended Masters. And I'm very, very grateful and honored to be able to be the vehicle through which that information flows, as I know our other mediums are likewise grateful as well. Remember that you are love. That's your true nature. It's what you are. It's what you'll always be. Just we get a little lost sometimes in this physical dimension. And that's okay too. You can get lost, but you can also get found. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, do the third eye practice. It'll really be helpful. Hi. Yeah, I know. I will. Yeah. If I can't get your question here, you can use the Linktree link on my bio and ask me the questions there. And all the likes, all the hearts, all the subscribing, all the following tells the algorithm to give this avenue to other people to receive this knowledge and grace and wisdom. Thank you so much for the cowboy hat. And everybody deserves this grace, this knowledge, this wisdom. It's simple, it's easy to comprehend. And I love you all. Have yourselves a wonderful day. I will see you guys. Hopefully I can pop in once or twice while we're on our journey. If not, I will see you somewhere between the 6th and the 10th of May of this coming month. For my Patreons, the Patreon live event, I will attempt to hold it at the regularly scheduled time of 7 p.m. on Patreon. You'll receive the link to the event, but I will attempt to hold it at 7 p.m. on the 7th of May. So to my Patreons, you also, thank you so much for the foundation you have provided that allows me to have the biological space and time to do this and be a vehicle for this information. So to my Patreons, to my other supporters, much love to each and every one of you. I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks or less. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. And remember, today is a brand new day. And now is a brand new moment. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. Bye, everybody.